Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It is Thursday night, and it is time for another NLG show. And man, chat room is already hopping, and some people that I haven't seen in a little while. Very, very happy
Yeah.
very happy to see Brother Anthem, Brother Sean Del Rivers, Lance Jennings, Brother Lance, and Big Daddy Game Studio. Welcome. I believe Big Daddy Game Studio, unless he changed his name from something else, is new. Pong Soul. Good evening, sir. Man, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So,
Top.
yeah. And we got to out, and there's Daz. There's Daz. I was surprised, too, because Daz was going back to work this week. God bless that man. So I'm glad to see him here. Glad to see him here. So I want to just say hi to everybody and thank you guys for hanging out. Infinite's in the house. Of course, De Niro's in the house. Brother De Niro.
Megatron.
Megatron was second guy in. So we got Greeper, who we know who that is.
Yep.
George Game said his family was going on a haunted river for Halloween, so he wasn't going to be joining, but he stopped in to say hello. And there's Jay, Brother Jay himself. Born distracted. Here they come, man. They're flooding in. That's what I'm talking about.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you guys so much. So welcome, everybody. Got a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack. Goodness gracious. It's guys, we're a month away from consoles. It appears that people are we have news.
Yes.
We have news. So let me run down. Oh, thank you, Infinite. It's an awesome show last week, guys. Brother Rich, Bacon to Ice Cream Productions. My brother Rich Hayward, Retro Rich. Last week was a great show, man. I had such a good time with AJ.
Yeah, AJ.
Yeah.
So he's
Such a good guy.
Yeah, he's our
Great
new he's our new brother in crime, And I hung out till the end. I was impressed with being 5 hours ahead. So Pong by Atari, what's up, Tim? Appreciate you, brother. So anyway, how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Glad to be on the show.
Yeah. Yep.
Always glad. Hey, no matter what.
No matter what.
We're gonna keep plugging away.
Thursday nights or where we gotta be.
Yeah.
Where we gotta be.
That's it.
So
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah. Hey, Lance Jennings saw a post about a Dreamcast Mini. I did see that, but
cool.
Yeah.
Is it just a Japanese mini, like the macro?
That would
Exactly. Like,
So, in an interview with gaming magazine Famitsu, Yosuke Ukinara, who is one of Sega's in-house guys, talked about how well they did and could be, for the next one. They might go with a concept close to the Genesis Mini. He said, if I have to say some names, it could be an SG-1000 Mini, which, it was the you guys, I don't know if you guys know, this was the predecessor to the Master System. Or he said a Dreamcast Mini. That's what got everybody's attention. So I guess we run through that.
So that one is what's after the Genesis?
Say again?
Well, what's that one called? Help me out with the chronological order of these consoles, since I never have one.
All right. So first was the SG-1000.
Okay.
Then from the SG-1000 came the Sega Master System. The Master System then became. Then next up was the Genesis. So then the Genesis had, if we're going add-ons, Genesis had the Sega CD and the 32X. And then the next one from the Genesis officially was the Saturn. Saturn to Dreamcast. Dreamcast to 25-year spiral down into hell. So Anyway, so that's the chronological order.
It's a chronological order. I can't keep them straight.
Yeah. So, well, Bourne said, "What about the Nomad?" All right. So the Nomad was a portable Genesis, though. So I don't really count the Nomad. It would kind of be like counting the Turbo Express with the TurboGrafx 16. It was really the same thing. Pong Soul is my new best friend. Saturn Dreamcast, my 2 favorite consoles. My man. That's what I'm talking about. So, but no, I mean the Nomad was great because it was a portable Genesis. And if I was gonna to include that, then I have to include too the JVC XI, which was basically a smaller compact Genesis Sega CD player. So yeah, we got Sega guys in the house.
You count the Game Gear? Anthem.
I did not count the Game Gear only because it was a handheld, but Game Gear came after the Genesis. So if we're going in chronological order, the Game Gear came out to take on the Game Boy. And so that's where that came in. So, and then that was really the only handheld that Sega put out. After that, the Nintendo, Nintendo just took over that. So it's good to see my Sega crew in the chat room. So, and hey, Lance, thank you again.
Where's my C64 crew? Come on.
Even though I grew up Nintendo, hey, when I was a young adult in the Air Force, I bought a Game Gear at the PX on base. So
that was a great system, the Game Gear. It really was. It was a great handheld.
A lot of damn batteries, though.
There you go. There you
when
go,
I
Peter.
First, I was like, the hell?
Jay says Vic 20 for the win. I had a Vic 20. That was the first computer.
Anthem C64 in the house. Yeah.
I think we got a mix of everything in this chat. That's for sure.
Pong chiming in with the Amiga 500.
Yeah, I wish I ever had an Amiga. I couldn't afford it.
I was an Atari ST guy, which Born Distracted said Lynx. Lynx was Atari. So, see, Sean Dell, Dracula Unleashed, The Lost Gem. Absolutely. I think I have that over there as a double CD with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So, see, we're gonna have to go back and we're gonna have to do another old computer show and then another Sega roundtable, and then Chris, you've been promising me a Nintendo roundtable for
I know
a while now. So get your boys together, get your Nintendo boys together. So, Big Daddy says my business partner was CFO for Commodore back in the day. Damn.
Oh, nice.
So,
you that ATG had a Spectrum. I never had a Spectrum. Get out of here.
Oh man. So, well. I hadn't even introduced you guys yet, so we got we got new people in the chat room, so they need to know who you are. So in the middle square here, our positive gamer and the man with the big beard, and you see him all over the place. If you're in other podcasts, there's a darn good chance he is in your chat room. He is Chris Williams, Fastback. What's going on, man?
What's up, everybody? Long week. Tomorrow's Friday. So I look forward to do some gaming. Got some demos that I want to show off a little bit. Some indie games. So, but no, awesome to be here. A lot of good news. A lot of news flooding in. Getting closer to that launch day for the next gen. So,
so close.
Getting interesting.
Well, for those of you who can pre-order them,
Well,
they had some Series X's at Costco today.
At Costco, yeah.
Came in an extra control though, which that's kind of surprises me, but maybe not. I mean, because I think I ordered my Xbox One from the OG one from Costco, and came with nothing.
Well, I've got it to where I am set. I've got over $250 in gift card ability, and I'm reaching that $300 mark. So as long as I can get it from Amazon or Target, I'm good. And Bourne says Greenberg said there'd be launch day systems available. So
I
we'll see.
I think you will. You just have to be quick to the store because from what it sounds like, some of these stores are holding on to some of these systems so they can put them on the shelf. So who knows? I mean, it's
Well, what's
good
the
luck.
purpose of pre-ordering then?
I guess that they put so many out, up for pre-order, and but they still want to get people in the store too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you got all these stores, between Xbox and PlayStation, they got to distribute, and then it's up to the stores on how they decide which stores get how many, and I don't know.
I
But
think
then
GameStop is getting a bunch more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
Let's hold that thought.
Oh. Now, Chris, what have you been playing this week?
Earlier, I've been playing quite a bit of Art of Rally.
Brother.
That's that beautiful rally racing game. It's kind of like a top down. It's got it's a beautiful color palette. Kind of pastel maybe. Just beautiful. I mean, it's an old school racing game, rally. From the 60s to the 70s. So you got those old school cars. They just look great. The tracks are great. You go from Japan to Finland and different rally tracks. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. And then I just yesterday at HEK, I think had mentioned it, and Indie Gamer, that there were demos going on. So I went on Steam and I downloaded a few demos. There's also some on Xbox, maybe some on PlayStation. I'm not sure. So I was playing last night. I was playing Raji, that one about the an Indian story from India. It's a beautiful game, beautiful. It's got a nice combat system, and so I recommend everybody jump on the Xbox and jump on Steam if you play on PC and check out some of these demos. Some great ones out there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So tomorrow, either tomorrow, Saturday, I'm gonna do like a stream of some of these demos, kind of little tour of the demos. So
very nice.
Check them out. Nice. So stay tuned for that.
Very nice. All right, we definitely will, and yeah, we're looking forward to getting some more content up on the channel too. So I'm still on the hunt for content creators that don't, if any of you guys out there that, you always wanted to do some streaming, but really don't want to handle your own channel or want a built-in audience, come talk to us. We will, we've got plenty of room on our channel, and we will, of course, make sure you're well marketed, and it's always, it's nice. So, yeah. So while Chris got up. Yes. All right, Chris, he's out. Oh, and hey, Slappy Marston, we didn't get a chance to say hi to him earlier. Welcome, sir. Welcome back. So, all right. So, other co-host in crime, brother HGK, he's in the game. He's here in the podcast. Peter Heutink, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man? Well, I finally finished Greedfall last night. What a fantastic game. I tell you, the story,
yeah,
looks beautiful. It's it would have been a solid 60 frames. It would be even better. But definitely recommend that game. Fantastic. The whole weekend was like, I thought I was done like on Monday, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna finish the game, and then I was like, the game said, not yet. So then the next 4 days was like, each time I was like, the story is coming to an end, but you don't want to let it go yet. And then finally had the final fight, which was quite a challenge, and that was it. Fantastic.
Now, is that in Game Pass?
That's not in Game Pass. No,
Not in Game Pass.
not in Game Pass. They should put it in Game Pass, so more people will play it, or at least give it a try. But it's great.
All right.
Let's see what the. Oh, I also played the started my 10-hour trial for the EA Star Wars game. Squadron.
Yes. Ooh.
I did that. I kind of had difficulty controlling my ships, and I don't know if it's because I really need a flight stick or not. Try to inverse the the flight controls, and it's still
Well,
I still couldn't get used to it. It's like I'm off.
I think I know why, because I had the same kind of issue at first, and I think I know why. It could just be us, but
Probably most
could
likely.
just be us. But the having your yaw on the and your pitch and yaw on the right stick, and your roll on the left, but your roll is also the throttle.
Yeah.
So,
But you don't have to keep it in throttle. You just throttle it up, and you can let that kind of go, and just do your roll. But yeah. It's like I did that first, that initiation mission, solo mission, and it's like you flying through a tunnel, and it's ended up like at the ceiling or at the bottom, or went the wrong way. I had to do it like a dozen times. But it looks good.
it does.
I have to play a little bit more to get, a more feeling of, if it's a really great game or not. But definitely has the candies.
It does look good. It does look really good. Hey, good evening, OEB Pete. So
OEB.
Mike reminds me of Bob Ross. Happy souls, it seems like. Okay.
Hey, that's a good thing. He's got a nice following with all these millennials.
Yeah.
This is true, but
here.
isn't he also dead?
But you're alive, so.
This is true. I will take that.
Hey, but Indie Gamer said I made it into his dream last night, so.
Yeah, I was.
First it was Coop, now it's me, so.
All right.
I don't have to be jealous of Coop anymore.
All right.
I also played some Horizon Chase Turbo.
Yeah, you keep
It's
talking
kind of
about
like
that.
I've played it on a PlayStation, and PlayStation didn't run very well for me with lots of freezes. So it was on sale on the Xbox store, so I got it. And I'm enjoying that game. It's kind of like an outrun type of game. Except instead of racing against time, you have to kind of become first and burn.
Right.
First 3 places is good because then but you want to be first and collect all the medals that are on the road to get the super trophy.
Right. Yeah, I haven't played that yet. I just got into. Well, I started playing. I did start playing Squadrons, the trial, and I'm still torn on where I want to go with that because, in one sense, the Xbox One X, gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. It is as close to. It's as close to for me to X-Wing versus TIE Fighter that I have played in a long time, and that was just the first couple of missions. And so I'm thinking about, do I want to buy it there? But then there's the VR on the PS4, and man, they don't make it easy for me to choose which way to go.
I wish there was a trial so you can try it in VR, making sure
I have a feeling, yeah, it would be nice to have a trial. I have a feeling if I had EA access on the PS4, I probably would have been able to do it there.
Do they have a trial for EA access on PC? I mean, on the PlayStation? A free trial? No?
I don't know. I have to look.
Yeah.
Board says try flipping a coin. See, yeah, big, yeah, but I don't have. But see, hey, welcome OEB Pete. And by the way, since Pete and Rich are both in the chat, and Rich earlier mentioned, somebody in there mentioned a new Evercade indie cartridge coming out. On Saturdays, guys, Pete and Rich do an Evercade show. Now, if you don't know what the Evercade is, it is a handheld that basically plays collections, like cartridge collections of old games and stuff. Not old games, but some retro stuff. And some of it, I think I've watched the show that they put on Saturday night, and I saw like Splatterhouse and Galaga and all this stuff. So they put on this show that goes through this handheld that I had never heard of until actually I met Pete, and you guys gotta watch it. And there's an indie gamer. There is this might be one for you to actually watch. So. There you go. He basically says it's basically retro gaming relived. So, great stuff.
Yeah, ever since seeing that, from him, I never heard of it before. I'm kind of coming around to maybe picking one up.
It's a nice handheld for just having, So, I'm not gonna lie. I'm waiting for Pete to get to 1,500 subscribers so I can try to win one. Because he's giving one away at 1,500 subscribers, and I might just get lucky. So,
right.
So,
and there's a Mike Mullis 1
wink,
account,
wink.
and Mike Mullis 2 subscribing.
Oh my goodness!
What's up, De Niro?
Yeah, and what we were saying, Pete, about the squadrons being in EA Play Trial, the only problem is that my EA Play is on the Xbox. I don't have the PS4 subscription, and it's not cross subscription, so I can't play the VR version unless I either subscribe to EA Play on the PS4 or buy the game on the PS4, which I am considering because of the VR. I mean and I'm thinking what I might do is
it crossplay?
It's not.
Yeah, I asked about that the other day.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But what I would think I might do, and it's only $40. I think I can afford $40. I buy it on the PlayStation and I play through it in VR. Since there's a trial, I know it's coming to the Vault. I can always go back and do multiplayer on the Vault when it comes out.
There you go.
So,
yeah.
Soon, Game Pass.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
So.
But can you handle the PSVR, the speed,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll handle it.
All right, sir.
I'll handle it. I will
say
make
get the
myself
PSVR,
handle it.
And then, you can show us a demo of that on here.
So Pete said he
Just
tried the
remember
VR, and it's a whole new game.
In the pocket in the front seat, there's that bag, just in case.
That's right. It's my what the hell was the name of that game? It's my Farpoint bag.
I used to have a very cool one that came in one of the official Xbox magazine as an ad for, I think it was for Superman game. So I had like a,
And see,
little bag. It's pretty cool.
Big Daddy says he has it. It's great. So Pete says it's a whole new game in VR. See, yeah, I just gonna.
Maybe.
He said tried it for 20 minutes, threw up, and went back to non-VR.
Oh, really?
So,
yeah.
so I like the seated VR games too, actually. And I found a way to play the Iron Man game sitting down, even with the Move controller. So I'm with you. I don't like standing up all the time. So Iron Man, I got to go back to playing that. So many games, so little time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Pete said he went back to non-VR. So if you buy the PlayStation version, can you do both? Or you have to buy both?
No. It's yeah.
Oh, it's just okay. I was gonna say.
It's just pretty cool, good deal then for $40.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like what I did with what they did with Wipeout Omega Collection. Wipeout Omega Collection has a VR component, and it's just the VR version of the game. So, which also is fast, and that's how I know I can do Star Wars is because that game. If I can get through that game without puking, I can get through Star Wars Squadrons without puking, for sure. So,
And also that game, your ship doesn't stop all of a sudden. Like, even when you crash something, you're not like abruptly stopped. It's kind of bounce up or whatever. Because they just like one racing game I played on PSVR, and when you hit like a guardrail, like you stop that middle. You're done. So your body still thinks you're going, and that was like, whew, rough at times.
yeah, no doubt.
But that's your punishment for being a bad driver.
Yeah, and then your X-wings basically, but they blow up quick. So, it's really fun though. Really fun game.
That you can repair.
Like I said, it reminds me so much of X-wing versus TIE Fighter, and that was just, I mean, I was such a fan of that series, and this very much comes close to that, and getting to fly both is really cool. So,
yeah,
I was happy with it. So, by the way, folks, I'm gonna start asking people. Don't forget to hit that like button. We need those likes. So, apparently that's how they tell you how good you are, is by your likes. So hit the
how many
dislike.
thumbs you have.
Yeah, hit the dislike. I don't care. Just as long as you guys are enjoying the show, and let us know. Mike, will you get the VR version? If you get the VR version, will you stream it? Perhaps. Yeah, I might be able to do it.
Just stream it straight from the PS4 to your YouTube channel.
That's exactly. Or at least take video of it. If I take video of it, then I can download it to a hard drive and bring it over. So, but I might do that. I might stream it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You should see if they have this game at Costco. $5 off.
Yeah, there you go. Where's the love button? Sorry, that's cringe. Thank you, Indie Gamer. Love you, man. So, especially when Chris is in your dreams. So,
Yeah, no cringe there.
yeah, no cringe there at all. So, all right, boys, let's break down some PlayStation news, man. We got to tell you what, and when I say break down, I mean break down. Sony put out a video. I'm going to bring it up on the screen for us. That so they had a guy. Now we're not going to go sound because, well, it's all in Japanese. But let me bring up the blog post so I can talk about it. We got our first look now at the insides of the PlayStation, and don't try this at home. Oh,
hey, quick shout out to OAB Pete. Thank you for that super chat. A little something for your effort. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Pete. We love you, Pete. All right, so this is Yasuhiro Uturi. He's the VP of Mechanical Design in the hardware division. And he is going to be taking this thing apart. We're gonna talk about him taking it apart. So we're gonna break the fourth wall. So, first and foremost, I gotta say this, and I have no way, shape, or form making fun of it, because many of us had an OG Xbox. Many of us had the original Xbox One, but look at the size of that thing. You almost want to look at it and go, "My God, it's full of stars."
Yeah. Now,
it's bigger than a shirt.
Yeah. Granted, he looks like a small guy. So, but
yeah,
still.
But that's a big ass console.
That thing's what, 15 inches at height.
Yeah.
About 15 and about 8 or 9.
There you
width,
go. Pete's speaking my language. It's a white Atari 5200. Tim said, keep in mind he's only 4'8". Stop it, all of you. No, I mean, really, that's honestly, that has to be the biggest of the that has to be the biggest PlayStation console in history. That's bigger than the PS3. Definitely bigger than the PS2. Definitely bigger than the PS1. Definitely bigger than PS4. It's probably closer to the PS3 in size, but even at that, that's a big boy right there.
I thought
Bigger
the
than my
PS4
George
Pro was
Foreman.
big.
Yeah.
George Foreman.
Yeah.
Oh. Remember all the PS3 George Foreman memes? That was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll let this thing run while we talk. He is going to take this thing apart, and there are some interesting things about the inside of this, and it does answer a couple of questions. Most notably, why do you need a screwdriver? So we're gonna find out. Now, USB-C port and a USB-A port, and then obviously, do
you think they're going to use that C port with the new PS3R?
Perhaps.
Unless it's wireless. It could have been wireless too.
And
there.
10 gig A ports. So, I mean, that's pretty cool to have. So now he's going to take the base off. And look, I saw this on social media today. You know, everybody going back and forth about the screw. It's a base.
Look at your monitor. A base on that monitor has a screw too.
Right. And look, it's even got a holder for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, I think it's better that it's a flathead, because if it's a Phillips, cross, you risk stripping it.
True.
Yep.
So
and this one you probably get a coin and still get it unscrewed, you know?
Yeah, that is true.
Now, not just that though, but right, exactly, a coin or anything like that. So, what do you guys?
But I mean, the whole thing about people being like, it's a screw and all that, that's just kind of pity.
Stop it, people! Stop it.
I mean, it's a minimal stand, so you don't want to tip over or come
exactly. Now
come loose for whatever reason. So yeah.
Now let me ask you guys, when you get yours, vertical or horizontal?
Horizontal.
Vertical.
Okay.
I mean vertical. Sorry, the other vertical.
Okay.
Oh, horizontal.
All right.
Standing up.
The other direction.
So why?
Because it looks better.
Okay.
It looks kind of weird, that way, laying down. I think it looks better standing up. And same thing with the Series X.
Right. Welcome back, Megatron. Welcome back. That's all right. You didn't miss anything. We're just talking about the PS5. And oh my God,
we can say that the PlayStation has a screw loose.
Yeah. Why did I? Guys, you got to stop me when I spell stuff wrong. It should be breakdown. Good God.
How did you spell it?
Here. Hold on.
Breakdown.
Oh my God.
Break. It was a breakdown.
Oh, people in the chat, you got to help me out.
Well,
Were you trying to tell people? Let's stop and check.
Oh, stop it, Infinite. So see, interesting, because I've never put any of my consoles vertical.
Normally, I don't either.
No, actually, I do. Right now, my Gears series. I mean, the Xbox One X. Yeah.
And same thing with my Cyberpunk one, because it has a stand and it looks better standing up to me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But normally the regular Xboxes, or even PlayStation, just lay them down.
Right.
Okay.
So.
Well, let's see. So let's pull some.
The thing is, like, you didn't get a stand with like the PlayStation, right? In the box.
No.
Yeah, no.
Buy one.
Not the PS4.
Yeah. And the OG Xbox did not have that option at all.
No. In fact, the only one that I remember, the only other one I remember that you could put up on its side was the 360.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the 360. Oh, actually, I do have my 360 standing on its side.
So we'll get a little poll here. We've got let's see.
Got 'em a one for horizontal and 2 for vertical.
Yep. So Pete says vertical. Big Daddy says horizontal and hidden. Indy says he usually likes horizontal, but PS5's got to be vertical. Living room has to be hidden. Wife wants no parts of it being seen. Bacon said, Rich says, as much as I wouldn't want to do vertical, they do look better vertically. Lance says it looks like a reverse Oreo cookie is melting when sitting down. Pong says odd horizontal. It's odd horizontal with the drive at the bottom.
Yeah.
Where is the? Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the way to the bottom.
Yeah. Well, normally the drive is kind of on the bottom, right? On the.
Yeah, it is.
Good, yeah. Hey, welcome back from the dead. Good evening, good sir. Pong's. Let's see. Pong by Atari Tim says his Scorpio and Pro are both horizontal. Born Distracted said vertical. Dad says 69. Pong Soul said vertical.
What does it mean when he says 69? He goes 69 with a console or what?
Let's just. He's
full of it.
Anthem says he doesn't have the money for either of them, but he would pick vertical.
But really, I mean, it's like, for me, it's like, I mean, I prefer them standing up because then they take up less,
True.
less space, so I can put a drive next to it, etc. But, it's not that I really stare at my consoles a whole lot.
Right. Well, I'm planning on. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think it depends on what kind of setup you have, right? I have a nice big desk, so it makes sense vertical for me. But some people with their entertainment centers, they can't, the TV on top, they don't have a lot of room, so it makes sense to put it horizontal inside the, entertainment center.
And if you have an old digital one, you might as well put it behind the TV if it's standing on an entertainment center.
So Megatron says for his Xbox Series X, it'll be the first time he decides to go vertical.
Yeah.
So. HGK doesn't know 69. I give up. All right. So as he's taking off, I had I want to pause it here too. I had a great idea for this, and nobody really. I only had like 2 people respond to me on it. So Tony Polanco said something about the sides as they were taking the sides off. Do you know what would be really cool here? And Sony has time to. Well, maybe they don't. But what would be really cool here is if these were replaceable, like the Xbox 360 faceplates. If you could get custom side pieces like the 360, that would be cool.
What would be even cooler? Well, somebody would probably, they'll draw one up, but so you can 3D print them yourself.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
People will do that. I mean, it's a piece of plastic.
What's up, Z Black Rider?
Brother Z Black.
Definitely do that.
Yeah, those side panels are definitely set up for, if you want to get a custom paint job on them, or if someone is selling them, it's. Yeah,
well, let's see how
it's
he
set up
took
for
them.
some nice color combos.
Hang on, let's see how he took them off. You know what though? He didn't unscrew. I'm gonna back up a little bit. He didn't unscrew anything. He literally just popped the sides off. Hold on.
It looks like maybe.
Yeah, he says like on the back, right? He
it up
like,
watch.
Pick it up a little bit and then slide.
Yeah, he pops it off like the cover of. You know why? Because the expansion port's in here. That's why. So,
Infinite with a super chat. Like, share, and comment below. Love what you guys do. Keep up the great work. Appreciate it.
Infinite.
Appreciate it,
brother.
Thank you.
Pete from earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are awesome.
They are awesome. This is.
But there's another reason why you have to be able to take these panels off.
Yes.
Let's get to it in a minute.
We're gonna get to it. But
let's get your Dysons out.
So you could. So Raph is Raphael. So Raphael actually is a friend of mine from work. So he actually works for a client of mine, a fantastic school system here in Maryland that is great, and he's a fellow IT guy, and man, welcome to the show, Raph. It's good to see you.
Rockin' Raph.
So,
you want to pause the video for 1 second?
yes, I paused it. See, I can pause videos now.
See, that was the break for breakdown.
Yeah. So
right now we're looking at the the expansion hole for the expansion SSD card.
Yeah.
And we can see the slot sizes for the different sizes of SSD NVMe cards. So that's cool.
Got to give them credit for this. They're going the route of compatibility of being able to use more. And in fact, I got something to show you real quick. So I caught this on Western Digital's site. Western Digital put out a little thing about their SSD drives and their different game drives and stuff. And here's their SN850 PCIe Gen 4 M2 drive, NVMe SSD. And if you look down there with the little asterisk, it says PS5.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Western Digital is going to have a compatible drive for it. And I guess basically any Gen 4 M2 NVMe SSD is going to work in this thing.
And I don't know if you let it. I think it has to be a specific speed, though.
Okay.
It's not just any of them.
Yeah, that's what I wonder. Because if you want to play,
so it has to be the
PS5
hard,
games,
the high speed. But it's a good question. It's like, what does it allow you to insert a cheaper, lesser speed one? You cannot run your games from it, but you can store your games on it.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, because you got the internal, and you can still run your games on that
right.
PS5.
Then at least you can copy them back and forth, so you have a cheap option. I don't know if that's the case.
So I got
my bet will be nuts, but who knows? We don't know.
I got a little information on this. So according to Western Digital, so this SN850 is going to be available for $149.99 starting this month. The PS5 has an SSD with read speeds of 5.5 gigs per second and expandable storage solutions needed to match those speeds. The SN850 delivers read speeds of 7 gigs. Mm-hmm. So it's very possible that it'll scale down to the 5, or I mean, if you guys know, like with the Xbox One, a USB 3 hard drive is actually faster than the internal SATA drive. So,
a quick shout out to Pong by Atari, Tim, for the super chat. Thanks. I always look forward to Thursday night's great show. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Pong.
We really do. Thank you, Pong. And welcome, my Monkey Punch. Always good to see you, brother.
Monkey Punch.
Always good to see. See, these are our friends. This is, and thank you, Pong. Seriously. And I'm still thinking about that comment you made last week. That's going to stick with me for a while, Tim.
Yeah, meant a lot.
Yeah. Peter is sweet when he reads super chats. That's Peter's job, just so you guys know. That is his official position. He is super chat reader. So keep him coming.
Chat reader.
He gets 25 cents per super chat.
If I miss one, I have to pay 25 cents. But if I read him, I get 25.
Real quick, earlier, because Daz was paying attention to the last show, he saw that we got some free codes from.
Shit! Right. Oh my goodness! Yes. So how many of you, by show of hands, would like to? You know what? We're gonna have to give a couple away. How about we'll give away.
We got some Xbox ones, and then we got some Steam ones, right?
How about we give 2 Xbox and 2 Steam away tonight? So you guys stick around to the end of the show. We're gonna give away a couple of Battletoads. So we're gonna give away a couple Battletoads codes to you guys. So so I will.
Is it a left-hand bird Das or a right-hand bird?
Nice. I got to get the wheel of names up. So, yeah, Peter, you guys are. I mean, you're also fairly. You're an IT guy like I am. Give them the scoop on this SSD. What it means.
Well, we definitely, like the advantage of an SSD versus a old-fashioned ladder drive. I mean, with traditional old-fashioned hard drives, you have a spinning disk in there. Actually, you will have more than one. There's like a little arm that has to, search like where on the disk it is. And a disk has spins at a certain speed. I believe in the Xbox, and it's like very, very slow. It's like 1500 RPMs. I mean, in the in regular, like since we're doing IT and we're dealing with servers and stuff, you have speeds for up to like over 15,000 RPM. So it spin real fast. So the faster it spins, the more you can read. And then you have the little arm that goes, tries to find it on the platter. So that's kind of a slow way of getting to the information. With SSDs, you can address every piece of that memory card like instantly. So that's why the speed is really fast. And then, not every SSD is created equally. So some of them can read that faster than others, and same thing with writing. So some of them are really good in, reading like big chunks of data at the same time. Other ones are a little slower. So, and for the Xbox Series X and S, as well as the PlayStation 5, it's going to make a big difference in how fast your games can start. For the Xbox, you can put the games in memory, so the 5 in kind of like in a quick memory, so you can toggle between those in a matter of like a few seconds and play the games and where you left off. So. And for the PlayStation, it requires a higher speed. And what we said earlier, the higher the speed, the more expensive the card. And the higher this is the speed, the more heat it might produce too. So you will have to have some
All right.
some cooling on there.
All right.
So, but it looks like in the PlayStation, that little area down there looks like it has some height where you can stick up some cooling aids that come with the card. I don't know. I don't think you have a close up of the Western Digital card, but you can see that it has some height to it.
Yeah, I don't have a close up of it, but it's gonna be. So this is just. I think this is the tip of the iceberg for what the PS5 is gonna be able to use. I think this is a good move because it really is going, especially with the way. Let's go back to the video real quick. With the way that this is set up for the different sizes, the compatibility I think is really going to help. You know, this was how, and this is not new. The PS3 and the PS4 did this. You put in a drive that you want.
Right. Except in those, you replace the system drive.
Right.
Which is still pretty cool, in my opinion. It's like nice that you can, it's supported by PlayStation to put in like a regular SSD drive in there, and already have a gain.
Yeah, and then of course, I mean, let's say you add a 1 terabyte SSD, and then you can still use an external USB one if you want more storage. So. And just transfer back and forth. So
right, and those USB. Go ahead. No, I was just saying the USB ports, those 10 gig. Sorry, those 10 meg USB drives. I mean, those are not going to be, slow.
No slouch.
Yeah.
So one difference between like the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 is like the Series X is designed to make those SSD swappable, hot swappable.
Yes.
As if you plug in a USB drive, and it's easy to take it with you, have multiple laying around. With the PlayStation, you screw this in, it's set it and forget it.
Yep.
Probably with the price of these cards for both systems,
Well, and you
I
may
don't
not
expect a lot of people have multiple cards laying around. But
No. But you may also not have to screw this in. It almost looks like a memory chip.
you have to screw them in. And the PC, it's the same way. It's
the PC. You push it in and then screw in the other
push it in and then screw it in, because otherwise it's also sticking up a little bit. So.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, you may not be able to see it here. So it looks like you push it in that one end, and then here on the bottom, there's got to be a screw hole there.
Yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been nice for them to demo it. It would have been nice if it would have been nice.
But maybe there were no cards available yet when they made this picture.
True. All right. So now he just voided his warranty.
Dang. Oh, but also coming back to this PlayStation, it's like definitely out of the box, it's very clear that as long as the SSD cards, have the required speed, so it has those specs, you can stick any brand in there. Xbox, at least they just came out in the last few days, or maybe today. That I forgot the guy's name, the one with a huge beard.
Yeah.
And he kind of alluded to that. With Xbox, you will have the same thing that different manufacturers could make those cards. Right now, it's only there's only one known right now is Seagate, but eventually hopefully we'll see more, and competition is good. So hopefully the price will come down.
Yeah. They wanted to have something at launch.
They wanted to have something at launch, and they.
So this is some cool stuff. So he goes over. I mean, obviously this is the they get a Blu-ray. Jason Ronald, long beard punk says. So here's the here's the Blu-ray drive. So it's standard Blu-ray, which is good.
It's all shielded, and no vibrations and noise and other stuff will come out of that thing. So that's good.
Yeah,
very good. So there's the Wi-Fi. Now this is another thing that they did to sort of future-proof this console, is they're going with Wi-Fi 6. Now Wi-Fi 6 is not it's not mainstream yet, and it's when it will be is still remaining to be seen. But it's starting to get out there. It's the 802.11ax. And it's built for speed. So
built for speed, but also like a lot of connections and stuff.
Yes.
So one thing that I can see them using it is for a wireless PSVR.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I've heard some rumbling and online, and I don't really fully understand. But some people are saying like depending on what you have, it doesn't really do much difference, whether depending on your speed, your home Wi-Fi and all that. But I don't know.
And then the hardcore peeps will always hardwire anyways.
Yeah.
No.
They actually don't use wireless controllers either.
No.
Plug them in.
No, Big Daddy said if this was a real teardown, he'd drop a few screws, roll on the floor, and curse. It's looking warm. So Pongsol says
the room is sterile, so sterile white, so you can see any screw that will.
Yeah. Doesn't Wi-Fi 6 only really help with connections? So yes and no, but Wi-Fi 6 is supposed to also provide more bandwidth for 4 and 8K video. So doing getting true 4K, 4K video quality across a Wi-Fi connection rather than having to be hooked up through Ethernet. Now I do that, Ethernet I do wherever I can because it's gigabit, and that's always I will always say gigabit or Ethernet is still the best way to hook anything up. But if you don't like, as Infinite's saying, if you don't like the cords and stuff like that, then this is where if you pick up a Wi-Fi 6 router, which they are out there, Netgear, Linksys both make one. They are, you can get one for about looks like Netgear's got one for about $169. Linksys has high-end stuff for about $6 or $7. So it depends on what you want, but you can you can pick some, you could get into this pretty inexpensively. So the way Intel breaks it down, 4 times better in dense environments, improve average throughput per user by at least 4 times in dense and congested environments. Faster throughput, deliver up to 40% higher peak data rates for a single client. Increase network efficiency by 4 times and extend battery life of client devices. So that's the big run. It's basically more efficient bandwidth.
Yeah.
So, not a game breaker perhaps, but definitely definitely something that people are going to be getting in the future, and so the PS5 future proofs itself in that way.
What's up, Scott P?
Hey, Scott P. The loose screws will roll inside the unit, requiring further prior unnecessary teardown on a repair.
In aviation world, we call that FOD. Foreign object damage.
Foreign object damage.
All right, so let's keep going. So I want to bring this up because this has been something that has been bandied about. And welcome, Scott P. Sorry, banging on my thing here. Welcome to the show. We hope you enjoy. You are in a chat room full of fantastic people. Welcome.
And Daz. Fantastic people and Daz.
Okay.
Fantastic people and Daz, yeah.
Love you, Daz.
Love you, Daz. So, so here's their GPU. AMD Radeon RDNA 2 based graphics engine. So it's not truly RDNA 2, but it is RDNA 2 based, which basically means it's got most of the same set of
I guess
features.
that's what it means.
That's what it means. It's based upon.
Well, what if it's 2.1? It's still based on 2. A little extra.
Very much so, right. So then 16 gigs of GDDR6, which is great. It has 16 gigs. Is a lot of memory.
The board looks clean.
There's your SSD. The board looks clean. There's your SSD and your controller. So there's your onboard. Now, the reason I think that they are good at going more mainstream for their SSDs is because the one downside of what they put in the console is you're not going to get a lot of usable space inside the actual device, the console.
Mm-hmm.
So the drive is 825 gig, and the word is that there's about 675 actual usable space after you take out the space needed for the OS. So, thus the need for a bigger space.
Yeah. But you can never have space enough, so.
You can't. You can't.
Welcome, Blue Moon FC.
Blue
Just
Moon
popped
FC, welcome. Welcome. All right, so we'll keep going here. I got a couple of new people here in the chat room. I love it. So I don't know what he's talking about right now, but he's obviously explaining something. So
it's kind of funny. The first time I watched this video, I didn't know there was a closed caption on it. So it's like, yes. All right.
All right. Daz is trying to talk shit about us again, Peter. We've got to as soon as he is back to full health.
take him on.
He's gonna take his beat down in hot shot racing.
Yeah, because we don't want to beat him right now, because he will come crying like, "Oh, I can only use," you know. You don't wanna...
I don't know. I think he's still worthy with one arm.
Probably.
This is true. I did watch him play Art of Rally.
But I mean, shit, he could beat me with no arms, and I mean.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, here's the interesting thing about the.
Yes,
metal.
Go ahead, Peter.
No, I read a whole thing about liquid metal and what it can do to, your cooling mechanism. It's better than the what's it called, the
thermal paste.
Yeah, it's better than thermal paste, but you have to watch out to see what kind of metal cooling you put against it, because if it's copper, it will eat it away, and or copper, tin, it will eat it away. If it's copper, whatever happens, it's like there's some reaction to other types of metals. Some of them you don't really care, but I mean, it's a slow process. But I'm still worried about the longevity about this this setup. Especially once you start collecting these as a as a collector's item. 20 years from now, 30 years from now, you call it a retro console. Is it still going to work, or will there be more corrosion? Because the hardcore people, when they put it on PC and stuff, like every 6 months or whatever, they'll replace that stuff, right, just to keep it fresh and from drying out and other stuff. So
I'm going to give you.
I was talking to a buddy at work about this. Like, has he heard about it? And it's kind of new, right? I mean, the liquid metal. So, I mean, do we know? Like Peter was saying. How well this will handle up, for about 5 years at least.
Yeah, 5 years you'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
15? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, so here's their official reasoning as to why they used it, and this is what Ettore said. He said the PS5's SoC, which system on chip, is a small die running at a very high clock rate. This led to a very high thermal density in the silicon die, which required us to significantly increase the performance of the thermal conductor, also known as the TIM, that sits between the SoC and the heatsink. So that led them to go with liquid metal, because that ensures long-term, stable, high cooling performance. So that is their reasoning. Now, why didn't they do this with with previous consoles? It was hard to it's hard to apply. So he said it's difficult to apply because it's electronically conductive. The risk is that it could get into other parts of the system, cause them to short out or malfunction. Liquid metal also moves around a lot, which makes it difficult to ship. However, Sony spent 2 years figuring this out, and so they feel like they've got what they feel is the right solution.
Is this where the Terminator fell in?
Yeah, right.
With his thumb.
Big Daddy said Terminator 2, and Blue Moon said I lived through the flux capacitor. I'm good. So, I
mean, it's definitely cool though, in the sense of it's supposed to cool. No, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, and we'll see.
It's definitely high tech.
Yeah, cool. This is definitely high tech. Definitely high tech. And these things are going to run hot. So if this works, this is exactly, the right solution for them. So, all right, let's keep going. We're almost done. Got about a minute left in our video here. And let's see. Now he's got to put the whole thing back together. This was impressive. The heatsink.
It's massive.
That is a huge ass heatsink.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? For that big a console, that's pretty nice.
I mean, that's why the console is so big.
Yeah.
Just to stick this thing in there and yeah.
Now this, I'm not sure what that was. So now he's taking off the outer rim, and there you have it. Now he's looking at it going, how in the hell do I put it back together?
Did we miss that part where he explained the little holes that you have to vacuum out?
Yeah, no. I heard about that.
Dust collectors? Yeah. Oh, but here's the fine print.
Here's the fine print. The dust catcher does not guarantee the hardware clogging from dust.
Nope.
Yeah.
So be careful. I always recommend every once in a while, no matter what console you have, PCs do it with their cases. Just get yourself a cheap can of compressed air and blow it through the console every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, that's always your
Don't put
best
it on
way.
your carpet.
No, don't put it on your carpet. If you've got an
Get
entertainment
your cat
center,
out of there. No
Yeah.
cats close.
no cats. Don't put it in the don't put it in your entertainment center and close the door. Give it air, give it breathe, let it breathe. And
What's
it'll
up,
be
Prophet?
okay.
And the air that's
Hey,
coming
Prophet.
out of it, blows. It's going to be hot in both consoles. So hot, what's hot? It's going to be warm,
Exactly.
and that's good. You want to get that heat out.
Hey, Pete's got it right. Clean your tech. Period. Give it a place to vent. That's exactly right.
Yes.
So,
No, that was an interesting breakdown.
Yeah. I'm trying to get there. We
yes, it's huge, but it looks cool, and we'll see over time how well it holds up.
go. Yeah. They've tested this thing. I am sure.
Yeah.
I am sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm not as bothered. I know we talked about the look of this thing before. I'm not as bothered with the look at it as it. I think it's funny because I do think it's funny because normally, and we talk about consoles in the Japanese market and how Microsoft always got pinged for having big consoles, big VCR looking consoles. This thing's big.
It is.
But
It is big.
But it's cool looking.
It's an interesting looking design, though.
Yeah.
It's definitely more interesting, to look at than the Series X.
It is.
Series X is
very
just
much is.
kind of a
Series X looks like a just a fat PC console,
yeah.
But I mean,
looks-
Sony. This is what they're known for, right? I mean, the PS3 and the PS4, they were kind of unique in a way. I mean, it's the way they looked. They weren't a normal, Xbox was just a rectangle
Right.
box, but PlayStation goes for a little bit more of a angle, off look,
Yeah. No, I
It
think
definitely looks. The PlayStation definitely looks like a piece of art.
Yes. It's sleek. I think it's sleek. It looks like what the hell was it? Eva from WALL-E is what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So if it had arms, I mean, I think it's a sleek looking thing. And actually, the more I looked at it, because again, I'm gonna get next year. I'm gonna get the digital version because I don't have a lot
Yeah,
of.
digital. So it looks a little, in my opinion, a little better because you don't have that funny bump.
You don't.
I like my
Yeah,
I
the
like
digital.
consoles to
Yeah.
be symmetrical.
Pete said it looks like a vase for tech, not water. So, and Scott P said the Series X would probably be easier to disassemble. Digital Foundry does have a video on disassembling it. I mean, actually, they did disassemble it.
That
It's
looks
kind of really
very
cool.
compact.
So.
Series X.
But I actually looking at the area of my entertainment center right now, and I actually see the place where I could put both the Series X and the PS5 next to each other on the same shelf, and I'm betting I'm gonna have no problem with it.
Yeah.
Vertical.
Because both vertical. I'd have to put them vertical, but they would be within wall. Like a unit. So it's within a unit. So I could see them, and you know what? They would coexist, and they would look at each other every once in a while and smile and say, "How you doing?" And the other one would say, "I'm good. How are you? What you playing these days?" I got Godfall. What you got? I'm playing Doom. Oh, great. Hey, come over for coffee sometime. So, see which
One says I'd rather have milk. You got an
melts the
Oreo
other
with it?
first. See which one melts the other one first. So, see, Anthium got it. Eva. So, no Alexa here. We're a Google house. So, so that's the PS5 breakdown, and I think that is going to be good. I think it's this is it's good information to have, and I think we're starting to get hyped. Starting to get hyped.
Hey, why
up.
does he have so many screwdrivers laying around? Did he use that many?
No, he didn't.
Or did it get kind of cut out?
I think he just had them there in case he needed them.
Because the motherboard is not loose, you know?
No. So, let me
crazy.
add. So, real quick, let me add the last. We're gonna go ahead and Scott P. You guys are just in time. We are going to give away right now. Let's do a couple now. We are going to give away 4 copies, real quickly, of Battletoads.
Battletoads.
Let me bring up the wheel of names here. So we're going to give away 4 copies of Battletoads. 2 copies on Steam and 2 copies on Xbox. So if you are not an Xbox Game Pass subscriber and you would like to play Battletoads, then this is your chance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you we'll spin the wheel. Whoever wins is going to give us which version they want. If both Xbox versions go first, then the other 2 will be PC. If both PCs go first, the other 2 will be Xbox. You know, pretty straightforward. If you win it, can we instead get a signed headshot of Mike? De Niro, I love you, brother. I love you. You know what? These guys are cheering me up so much right now. All right, let me bring up the codes so that I can give them away. And I can write down who is getting these codes. All right. Da-da-da-dun-dun-dun. All right, we're going to start with the first. Wheel of names. All right. I'm going to shuffle the wheel so that everybody is shuffled up. I'm pretty sure I've got everybody. If I am missing anybody's name, let me know. I believe I've got everybody that has been here and has been participating. All right. We are shuffled, and we are going to spin. Here we go. First one. Dun, 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 dun. Born Distracted.
I'm born distracted.
Here we go. We got our first winner, Born Distracted. All right, Born, you got to let me know. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, brother Lance, for reminding me. These are courtesy of AJ from Delilah Studios, who was on with us last week and gave us all these codes. So we want to thank him so much, and these are thanks to him. So, Born, of course, he's saying the Xbox version. All right. And what I'm going to need you to do, and Born, I've got you on Twitter, so I might need to ask you guys to just throw your Twitter handle in the chat if you win. That way, in case I don't have it. But Born, I'm pretty sure I've got yours, and that will be coming your way. All right, there's one. I got to remove you from the list. All right, we're going to reshuffle.
Nice. Congrats, Born. Yeah.
Yep. All right, and we are going to spin again. Jay! Jay went to bed, though, so I'll have to get with him.
Rigged.
You know, rigged. I think I'm going to give him the PC version. All right, he has won a PC version. All right, so we still have one Xbox and one more PC version to go. Yes, thank you, Indy. All right, shuffle, 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 and spin it. All right, what we got next is... Oh, that's totally rigged. Creeper.
Rig.
What?
Yes. All right, what version does he want, Chris?
I would say Steam.
All right, so give him the Steam version.
There's been PC Master Race lately.
All right, no
Master
problem.
Race.
All right, if you're still in there, Creeper, your brother just spoke for you. So, all right, we're gonna remove him. So we have one more Xbox code to give away. All right, shuffle, 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 and spin. Dinero! Dinero has won. Yes.
There you go,
I
Dinero.
know.
You
Let's see.
can't
What
say
did
you
he
never
say?
won anything. I know
Cannot
you didn't
say
get a
you never
Series
won
X.
anything.
You got a copy of Battletoads, even though you didn't get a Series X pre-order. Sorry, buddy.
I know. Oh, he said re-roll. Are you sure, brother? you want us to re-roll? Seriously? Oh, he's in Game Pass. All right. All right. Fair
Invader,
enough.
brother.
Fair enough. You know what? I'm going to add Invader since Invader showed up. Remove all instances. Did I put him in twice? Yeah, you're in there. I put you in there, Blue. I got you before we All right, Invader, do you want to get in on this this drawing for a Battletoads Xbox? If you're in Game Pass, doesn't mean anything to you, but you know what? Signed headshot is coming your way. I will take care of that. Trust me. Trust me. So, all right. Let's see if Invader wants to get in on this. If because he just showed up. So I'll tell you what. While he's deciding whether or not he wants to be in there, I do want to show you guys one other thing that came up today from Sony, which I got to see a little bit about. Let me see if I can find. I took a picture of it. Here it is. So, Sony is doing a little bit of an update to their trophy system. And here's what's happening. And this is rolling out. This rolled out starting last night. And this is what's happening. So, there's some enhancements to the trophy system. The first thing is they're increasing the trophy level range from the current 1 to 100 to 1 to 999. So, your trophy levels should have begun to remap to a new level within this range based upon all the trophies that you've earned to date. So, if your current trophy level is 12, your new level will be somewhere in the low 200s. The exact level will depend on the number and grades of the trophies you've acquired. There will be no changes to the trophies already earned or trophy information, such as unlock requirements. So, basically, the idea behind this was to kind of level you up faster. So there's a new trophies level calculation system. You'll progress quicker through early levels, and then they'll get increasingly, they'll increase more consistently, it says. Platinum trophies will count more towards your level progression, making them even more valuable. So, so basically what they're doing now is you have your bronze, silver, and gold and platinum and what they're worth. So bronze trophies are typically going to be worth anywhere from 1 to 300 or 1 to 299 points. Silver is going to be worth anywhere from 3 to 600. Gold's going to be 599. Gold's going to be worth anywhere from 600 to 998. And every platinum trophy you get will be worth 999 points. So that number in the middle there that says total 2161, that's going to be the that culmination of your trophy score. So
I went from level 11 to 199.
I have no idea where I
with
went.
a total point score of 654.
Oh, can you see it
I have
on the
5
app?
platinums.
Well, yeah,
this is on
true.
the website.
Well, let me see if the mobile app tells you.
Let me see where you at.
Oh, I have to sign in. I forgot my sign in.
See where you are.
Yeah, if you could look for me, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't even see. Oh, there you are. You're 121.
shows you how good I do. I've only got 2 platinums.
You have 3 platinums.
Oh, 3 platinums. It's Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man, and what I just Ghost of Tsushima. Those are my 3.
You have 16 gold, 54 silver, and 262 bronze, of a total of 335 points.
Yeah, that's not bad. So, with an expanded level range, we're also updating the trophy level icon on PS5 as well as PlayStation app at a later date. Currently, the trophy's icon is just a single gold star, but they're going to add a few variants. And then for clarity, trophies that you've earned on previous PlayStation systems will come with you to PlayStation 5, just as they have in previous generation transitions. The new trophy levels will be reflected in all locations that trophy levels are shown, including past systems, PS app, and My PlayStation. All of these updates will be automatically implemented on the system side. That started last night, and for today, folks in Europe. Yeah, actually, guys, post your trophy level in the chat. We're committed to offering an even better experience, blah, blah, blah. So there you have it. So this is just something small from for the trophy system. And there you go. So I think that's all the big PS5 news. There was one other thing, and I don't want to show somebody else's video, so we'll just talk about it real quick because it does kind of bleed into something that we wanted to show, but real quick.
Before we continue, thank you, Megatron, for the super chat. Awesome show, gentlemen.
Smiley,
a lot of fire.
Yeah.
Thank you, Megatron. You're awesome, brother.
Appreciate it.
We love you guys.
Our GXR brother.
Yep, our Gamers United Guild family.
Yep.
So
apparently, OABP has 0 platinums. Oh, man.
Rich has 22 platinums.
Woo!
Damn.
Look at his score, 309.
I'm impressed.
That is nicely done.
I'm impressed. 22 platinums. Good grief. So anyway,
I should have another platinum very close.
What did you?
Last of Us 2.
Right.
Just need to find some more collectibles.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right. I don't think Invader actually answered, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna do. I only finished 10% of the games I own. I'm with you, man. We're gonna give away this last copy of.
Hey, check the Discord real quick.
Oh,
I'll spin and then check.
Okay. All right, we're gonna give away this last Xbox copy of Battletoads. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Good luck, everybody, and spin. Come on, Infinite. There you go, Infinite. See all those good vibes. All those good vibes at Infinite. There you go, brother. Congratulations. You have won the other Xbox copy of Battletoads. Let's see.
Good job, Infinite. You earned something while you're not working. Or you're at work and not working while you're watching the show. You earned something.
The fact that he's watching the show and being involved, and he's working and he's being involved in the show.
Multitasker.
You guys make us so happy. Oops. Yeah. Give away the other codes. All right, there we go. All right. So, what am I looking at here? All right. Do. Okay. I'm good with that. Hang tight, people. We're going to be generous, and after our next topic, we're going to give away one more of each. We'll give away one more Xbox, one more PC. Of course, shoot, I turned off the wheel of names. Hopefully it kept. Hold on, let me see if it kept.
Oh.
Hold on, because last time it kept the list. It kept the list. So the list is still up.
Oh, that's cool that it keeps the list.
Yes,
that's nice.
that is nice. So, all right. So the next topic, this broke today, and came out of I don't know if it came out of nowhere, but it's a significant deal. a significant development here, and something that I don't know how to describe it. From let me put it this way: Microsoft has been, for all intents and purposes, shifting Xbox. We had Tim Dog on a couple weeks ago, and Tim Dog said to us that there was a point in time when Microsoft was legitimately thinking about spinning off and selling off Xbox. That it was just, after the Xbox One was just such a disaster for them, I guess, that they were really ready to get rid of it. And then Phil Spencer took over for Don Matrick, and for basically all intents and purposes, sold Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, on making Xbox, a bigger part of Microsoft. And coming out of this upcoming generation, it really has seemed to me that from a business standpoint, and, I want everybody to forget about PlayStation and Switch and Stadia and Luna. Don't want to look at this from a competition standpoint. I want to look at this from a business standpoint, from what Microsoft is doing with its business. And it's taken something that it was going to spin off, and something was such a small part of their company, and really turning it into one of the pillars of Microsoft. I mean, Office 365, which is now Microsoft 365, Azure, Xbox. They are sitting on the same plane, realistically, and making some incredible strides to prove that. Starting with purchasing Mojang, right? Minecraft. That was just the start. We talked about the Bethesda. I have to. Sorry, Tim Dog. I have to poke you a little bit. It's not Bethesda. It's buying ZeniMax, getting EA access to be part of Game Pass, going all in on Game Pass, bringing xCloud into Game Pass, buying ZeniMax. These are moves and spending. What did we say they spent on it? What did they spend on? $7.5 billion on ZeniMax?
Something like that.
A little bit. Yeah.
That is, we kind of laugh. Some of my friends at work in the IT field, we're all like, yeah, it's chump change for Microsoft. That's like, out of Satya's back pocket. But that's not insignificant money.
Mm.
So the moves that they are making to make Xbox such an important part of Microsoft can't be overstated. And then that brings us to today. So this news broke, like 4 hours before the show? Something like that? And it involves something that I didn't see it coming at all.
I don't think anybody saw it coming.
So GameStop and Microsoft have entered a multi-year strategic partnership. Now, it doesn't necessarily say with Xbox, which is why I didn't put Xbox as the, I put Xbox All Access because it involves Xbox All Access, but it's not Xbox and GameStop. It's Microsoft and GameStop. That's a very, I think that's a big distinction. With over 5,000 plus retail stores worldwide and its world-class e-commerce platform, GameStop leverages its vast customer network, power-up rewards, and omni-channel capabilities to deliver enhanced gaming solutions to its customers. Further looking to enhance its strategy to expand its physical and digital video game offerings. Another point
digital.
Yes.
Yeah, underline that, put it in bold.
Yes.
I mean, that's the part that, kind of grabbed my attention.
Exactly. So here's what's happening. This is it in a nutshell. So there's more to this. I'm going to start with the Xbox part because, of course, this is next level gaming. So GameStop is expanding to include Xbox All Access. Mm-hmm. So you will be able to do the Xbox All Access deal in GameStop. So GameStop and they say, and this is in their joint press release, GameStop and Microsoft will both benefit from the customer acquisition and lifetime revenue value of each gamer brought into the Xbox ecosystem, which means that GameStop is going to get a piece of whatever All Access brings to them.
Yeah.
So that's the start. Now, beyond the gaming,
when we think about
Go
Xbox
ahead.
All Access, it's it's great, but it's really getting them into the the Game Pass subscription. It's a guaranteed 2 years that they are in the Game Pass subscription.
Mm-hmm.
right?
It's not that it's just the financing part of it, but get them in that ecosystem, and once the 2 years is up, then they
Get them hooked. Get them
get them hooked. Exactly.
Yep.
Your first line of coke is on the house, and after that,
Can't go back. Can't get out.
you gotta pay.
Damn. So, but think about
Super,
Go ahead.
I think it's a smart business decision. I think.
Yeah. Well, think about the digital part too, which means that they are, a couple of people have said it in the chat room. Maybe this is where the digital trade-in piece comes in. Maybe there's some work there. Now, I don't know how, but
the Microsoft is in the cloud business, right?
Right.
And part of this deal is GameStop is going to have access to the cloud services that they probably need. They probably need to update their, stuff.
Sure.
This is huge for them, on that side of the, plus, I think I heard something about maybe they'll start getting some tablets, Surface Pros or whatever, as part of it, just kind of a retooling and update for GameStop across the board, especially online. So,
and also with the data, like who owns that data? Is Microsoft tapped in that data so they can see people who buy, the Call of Duty also buy, I don't know, extra controllers?
Possibly.
Oh, who knows?
So
I don't know. It's
Yeah. Really cool. You want to say welcome to Dr. Dinglenut? That's a great name.
Yeah.
So, want to say
They've been storing in Game Pass for 2 years. I'm there with you.
Yep. So, welcome to the show. Welcome to our chat room. Hope you enjoy. And I'm adding him to the wheel of names. So, this is I mean, this also. Think about this. GameStop was very against digital sales to the point to where I don't know if you guys ever remember this, but in the earlier days of this generation, when Microsoft sold a Madden bundle that had a digital code in it, GameStop refused to sell it. They did their own, but they did it with both consoles to where you could buy a PS4 or an Xbox One and get a physical copy of Madden. But they wouldn't sell the official digital Xbox bundle. So if you think about what this means in when they say to expand its physical and digital video game offerings, what this could mean for for GameStop, who they're not in the greatest of shape, right? They're really not. This has an opportunity for them amongst anything else, and it gives them a way to maybe get into the digital game where they didn't want to or couldn't. Mm-hmm. So,
another thing too, Microsoft just closed their stores, right?
Yeah.
So now some of those resources that they were using to keep their stores open, and so now GameStop gets to have those resources that they need, but at the same time, GameStop has a name brand. Yes, it's been dying these past few years, but they're still known for gaming. So if these two together, if they can find a way to get the buzz around, and hey, GameStop is the place to go for digital gaming, to buy your digital stuff. I can see GameStop now. They're going to be like, we used to push Game Informer to everybody, and right now we're going to be pushing that Xbox Game Pass, and with that, subscription.
Yeah.
So
now, before I get the rest of it, because Z Black just kind of alluded to it, but I was just about to say, GameStop's shares went up 44% today. So this was a boost for them in a big way.
How much do you think that Reggie, because he's now part on the board, right?
Oh yeah,
GameStop has to do with this?
Oh, he did. He stood there.
Yeah.
He
and Phil aren't they kind of buddies?
Yeah,
they talk.
Are.
So that might make it easier.
So there's a little more behind the scenes to this, though. Excuse me, I didn't mean to. Sorry, it's been a long week. There's a little more to this as well. So GameStop does get some things other than just the game side, and I'm going to bore you guys for just a second with the back end IT stuff, because I do believe that this does bear some importance and some reasoning as to why GameStop may have jumped at this. So under this agreement also, GameStop is going to standardize its back-end and in-store infrastructure. For starters, we all think on the gaming side of Microsoft Azure as the place where, Microsoft's game servers are. But those of us in IT know there's a whole lot more to Azure than that. Mm-hmm. Microsoft Dynamics 365 is a very large accounting and cloud-based accounting package, and I can tell you that, and it's also a point of sale package. I mean, it's a there is a lot to Dynamics 365, and as somebody who has clients that use it, I can tell you that businesses use it to run their business. So GameStop is going to standardize their entire back end on Dynamics 365. E-commerce, the retail point of sale, the whole 9 yards, finance, accounts receivable, accounts payable. It's going to consolidate that into one cloud-based system. They are also going to get from Microsoft Surface devices. So they're going to get Surface Pros or whatever matches whatever they can do for point of sale. So imagine. Do
you think they're going to sell those devices too?
I don't think they're going to sell them as much as they're going to use them for things. So imagine you're looking for a game or you're looking to pre-order something, right? The guy walks over to you. Instead of you standing in line for that pre-order, he walks over to you and says, "Hey, you ready to pre-order that game?" You say yes, and right there in front of you and in front of the shelf, he gets you set up for the pre-order. Hand him his credit card, swipes it real quick. Thank you very much, and then he walks over to the next person without having to go back behind the counter. I mean, that's pretty. That's pretty cool stuff. So that's going to allow them mobility. It's going to make them. It's going to get them out from behind the counter, and I think that's customer service. The other thing that they're going to give them is they're going to roll out Microsoft 365. So they're all going to they're going to change their email system to Office 365 and Microsoft Teams. And why is Microsoft Teams important? Remember the last time that you looked for a game that they didn't have, and they had to call 6 or 7 stores to go find that game for you, and you had to wait while they called 17 stores to, and it took 20 minutes to try to find you a copy of that game you were looking for? Well, imagine now, guy just hits up all the other store managers or store employees on Teams and say, "Hey, which one of you guys has that copy of Crash Bandicoot 4?" And the store down the street says, "I got it." And then he says, "Hey, great, can you hold it for Peter?" And in an instant. I mean, this is bringing GameStop into the 21st century, to be quite honest. So, it is interesting that Big Daddy says GameStop is dying and desperate. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree. And I remember that when I worked for them when they were Games and Gadgets, so I do understand. But in desperation, sometimes you look to somebody to help you, and that's Microsoft. Monkey Punch says, "What do you think of the deal with GameStop, Mike?" I think this is big, but I think it's big for both. I think it's big for different reasons. I think it's big for Microsoft because it can get Xbox farther out in front of people. But I think this is big for GameStop because GameStop's got to be getting a good price on this stuff. And this cuts in from a business standpoint. Again, step back from, oh my God, there's going to be, PS5 this or Switch that. No. GameStop does need to survive. And Big Daddy Game Studio is absolutely right. They need to survive. And the way you survive is you start cutting your operating costs. And if Microsoft made them a deal to get Xbox All Access in there and to get some of this stuff, and they say, okay, so, we'll give you do this for us, Dynamics 365, Office, Teams, maybe pennies on the dollar. That's a win-win for both of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's another thing. I mean, I don't think they're, maybe they had to, without this deal. I mean, before this deal was even taking place, I mean, they might have thought about, replacing their back-end structure and modernizing it, but I don't think the credit rating was super, in a good shape. So, they probably couldn't do anything on their own without getting like a lot of money, or in this case, this partnership with Microsoft.
Yeah. Now,
this makes sense because GameStop could have gone to Oracle or Amazon for some of these services, but it was smart doing this with Microsoft.
Yep.
As far as for gaming,
Mm-hmm.
on one end, yeah.
And they do. They still have over 5,000 stores. So the only thing I disagree. Well, Big Daddy says I liked Blockbuster 2, but times change. The difference with Blockbuster is that they didn't have the ability to move into a streaming format because there's no product there. With digital, there's still a product, even outside of Game Pass. Not everybody is going to buy Game Pass. And once All Access is up, maybe they don't stick with Game Pass. So they find a way to sell digital. They find a way to get into that digital space. Coop! What's up, Coop? He said we could start now. All right, hold on. Coop said we could start. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Right. You do the intro.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Blockbuster, but the Blockbuster had a chance because supposedly, Netflix was trying to make a deal with them, and
They laughed at them,
they
right?
didn't jump on it. Yeah, they laughed at it. So GameStop needs this big time. So we'll see what happens. It's still early to know how this will work out, but GameStop needs to improve their digital market.
Yeah, I like what Rich said. The honey badger of retail finds a way.
Yeah. GameStop doesn't want to die. Hey, do you think they make that stop instead of red to make that Xbox green? Just kidding.
That would be funny if that happened.
Yeah.
I would. So
Right now it's Nintendo Red.
So is Xbox the side of inside the store, the Xbox area, is that going to get all redone?
I don't know if they're going to do that or not. So,
no.
Yeah, let's on it. So first off, I want to welcome Dragonheart YOBY. He said Blockbuster is still in the business. He believes there's only one left in the world. We'll look that up. But welcome.
Is it or did it just recently close? There was something about it in the news, but I don't remember what the reason was.
No. So, but to Rich's point, or to the point of the Xbox, to be honest with you, yes, this is great for them, but there's no way that GameStop is going to outwardly show a favoritism because they do still need Nintendo. They still need Sony.
Oh, yeah.
Sony, let's be honest, those two companies can afford to pull back out of GameStop a little bit. Maybe not all the way because there's still 5,000 GameStop stores and people still shop there, but people could go to Best Buy and Amazon just as quickly. So they're not going to go out of their way to use this to shun the other two companies. This just... this does give Microsoft more visibility. Hey, Project Jeff. It does give them more visibility, and it does prolong GameStop's future. I mean, 44% is still 44%, and if they can prove that this helps them financially, GameStop, it is a win-win for all of them, and that's I think the biggest thing. So I want to put
a while back, didn't PlayStation kind of pull some of their digital sales off of GameStop? And if you want to buy digital, it's only on PlayStation.
Yes.
Yes.
You're right.
Now, did that have anything to do with this? Don't know.
No. So. That would happen before all this. So
no, but I mean, it's like especially now in that news article that he posted about focusing also some on digital part. It's just interesting.
Yep. And that I think that remains to be seen what they do with it. But yeah. I mean, this is a way for them to get into that digital portion. And honestly, who else is doing it? I don't think anybody else that's got a brick and mortar store is dealing in digital right now, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if GameStop. I mean, not Best Buy.
I think you
Walmart,
just buy. buy gift cards. I mean, they might be branded
Yeah.
gift cards, but it's not for a particular game or anything.
Yeah. So, now, so Big Daddy says brick and mortar is going to get destroyed this Christmas due to COVID, though. It's all going to depend on how bad it gets. It's possible, but a lot of the brick and mortar stores too are getting kind of supported by their online presence. So, Best Buy, people are still buying stuff from Best Buy and Walmart's sites and Target sites and things like that. So they can afford to take the hit on the brick and mortar stores by having that backup there. Plus, we're gonna see. I mean, I don't want to get into a COVID discussion because nobody knows what's gonna happen in 2 months when we get to Thanksgiving and we get to Black Friday and we get to December. Nobody knows what's going to happen, and honestly, this subject is a bit touchy anyway. So I'm just going to say let's see what happens before we sound the death knell for brick and mortar. That's all I'm going to say. All right, so Peter said he wanted to give away another copy of Battletoads, so that is what we are going to do. So we have 2 more copies of Battletoads to give away.
There are 3 Toads, so
there are 3 Toads. So we've got 1 more Xbox version and 1 more Steam version. So I have added, because Project Jeff is here, Dr. Dinglenut is here, Blue Moon FC is here, Super Cooper's here, and Dragonheart YOBY is here. So we are going to, for those of you who are a little late to the party, I'm going to hit the wheel. When you win, you just have to tell me which version you want. Whoever gets the Steam version, then we'll give away the Xbox version, and vice versa. So, all right. Here we go, and spin. This spin is brought to you by Samsung. Cinematic views that fit in your hands. The Galaxy Tab S7. Pong Soul.
Nice.
Woot.
Congrats, Pong Soul.
Congrats. All right, Pong, I need 2 things from. I do have you on Twitter, so I just need to know which version you want.
Nice. Awesome to have you in the family too.
Yes, and I did add Scott P to the list. I know he's in there. I saw Scott P, so you are on the wheel. He said you can spin again. Are you sure, brother?
Otherwise, we ask Vanna to spin again.
All right.
Yeah, it's hard to give away.
Oh, he's a Game Pass Ultimate. I know it is tough. All right, so thank you, Pong. Thanks to Pong, somebody else gets a shot. See, we have the best. Man, we got the best people. We got the best people that hang out with us on Thursday nights. Jesus.
We do.
I can't. You guys make me emotional every week, but it's for good reason. All right, and spin. I'll send you an autographed headshot as well, Pong. Dazzy! And he's still in the room.
Baby.
He's still awake.
He's still there.
What?
He is. Dazzy.
That's really rich.
I think he's getting up.
That's right.
He said he didn't have to go to work.
Oh, he didn't have to go to work today. All
I think
right,
he's-
Daz.
He gets
Which
the yellow
version?
version.
He gets the. That's right. I'm going to paint it yellow before all the toads are going to be yellow.
Yellow Toads.
All right, Dazzy baby, which version do you want? We'll wait for him to tell us real quick. He said I'll take the. Pong said I'll take the headshot. Nice, nice. So, all right, Daz, hurry up. You gotta tell us which one you want. That way we can. Hold on, let me see the chat. We have the chat's actually very
What? Yes,
very
that's
close.
what. What
Yes,
version?
what
You want a
version
copy
do
of
you want?
Battletoads? Do you want an Xbox version or do you want
Or do you want the Steam version? Oh my God, this is.
All right.
What's the
I think he
Amico
has the
version?
sound off. He's just in the chat.
All right, he's just in the chat. Oh my God.
All right, what? We'll
Look.
change it. What keeps
Oh
it
my
up?
goodness. All right, while we're waiting on Daz, I was trying to think if there was anything else. When did I win? Oh my God.
When?
When? Right
Well,
now.
5 minutes ago.
Right
Jeez.
now.
You make us go into overtime.
Dad,
I
stop
know.
staring at the yellow walls.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, maybe he has a yellow banana in his ear.
It could be. Dad, you won, you plonker. I don't know what a plonker is. Dad, Indy's gonna have to teach me a little bit about English insult words. I know wanker. I know that one.
We know wanker.
I don't know plonker.
Plunker. All right, Dad, stop laughing.
All right, come on. Which one do
Pick
you want?
big.
We gotta.
All right, otherwise we're gonna spin again, and then a person decides. And then
Yeah,
Daz
exactly.
Look at the,
And Daz will
leftovers.
get the other one. And I know Daz has a PC because he played Art of Rally. So,
He says video must be well behind.
all right. All right, he said Xbox.
He says
please.
Xbox, please.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Woo. All right. Man.
All right. All right, so we're gonna spin one more for the last Steam version.
Steaming.
Here we go. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Yes,
Shuffle,
Daz.
shuffle,
Xbox,
shuffle.
we,
Yeah,
we know it. It's yours.
What? That's how you...
God. And spin.
All right. And the winner is...
Back from the
Back
dead. All right, back. You won a Steam copy as well. This was for last week. AJ gave us copies of Battletoads to give away. So we are giving away today. So back from the dead, you have won a Steam version of Battletoads. I do have you all on Twitter. So actually, you know what, Chris, I don't have Greeper. So I might
you
have
can
to
just
give
send me the code. And
I'll send you the
it to
code.
him.
You can get it that. All right.
I might. Send it to
You'll
him.
test to make sure it works, and
That's right. All right. So I want to congratulate everyone who has won tonight. So Born
Back from the
Distracted.
Dead says he doesn't have a PC.
What? You don't have a PC?
You want to swap it?
Yeah. All right. All right. I think we can hook you up back. We'll take care of you. We'll get you taken care of. We'll get you taken care of. All right, so I want to thank all the winners tonight. Born Distracted, Infinite, Dazzy Baby, Back from the Dead, Jay Williams, and Greeper. We love you guys. Thank you for being a part of Next Level Gaming. We will definitely have more. We'll have more Battletoads codes to give away next week. We'll give away the remainder of them. So definitely want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. It does mean the world to us. It really does. And it's nice for it really does feel nice that we're able to do that for you. Okay, so last topic, and I know this won't be as long of a topic as the other topics, but this is something kind of important.
Anthem.
Good night, Anthem.
Yeah, good night, man.
Why did you make me say Anthem?
Yeah.
Anthem. It's Anthem.
Anthem. Sorry.
Anthem. So he's one of our Amico brothers, Amico partners in crime. You talk about another great show that comes on while I'm picking this picture up. The Amico All Access show on Sunday nights over on OEB Pete's channel. Which is Pete, and I'm on that show most of the time, and Anthem, and Rich. So Bacon Ice Cream Productions. Rich is on that show. There's a couple of other regulars that the Atari Creep, Go Game Go. I know SNES-tastic has been on. We just have such a great time, and Tommy Tallarico shows up every once in a while. Did he message me? He did not message me. So we'll get him
It would
on.
have been bad if he messaged you and he's like, "Yeah, I'll be."
Yeah, I'll be there,
yeah,
and then I forget about it. You know what? We'll bring him on. I'll talk to him about coming on this coming Thursday to talk about. I'm grabbing a. I meant to do this earlier. I do apologize, everyone. You have to give me a. You got to kind of give me a mulligan on this week. It's been a little hectic. Where is the? All right, so basically, I'm just going to bring up a generic. Give me one sec. This is what I get for not being totally and completely.
Earlier, maybe Peter, you can answer this, but we never got to Megatron's question.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did we
About
mention?
the the difference between both PS5 as far as the cooling. I don't know if you saw that earlier.
No, I missed it.
Trying to find it right now.
All right. So while you're finding that, I'm going to set this up. So as everybody knows, the original release date for the Intellivision Amico was supposed to be this Saturday, 10/10, and those of you who know Tommy Tallarico like we do, the date was very special to him. And it's a very emotional date. It's the passing of his sister. It's the anniversary of the passing of his sister, and so he really wanted to hit that date. And unfortunately, the Amico launch date was an unfortunate casualty of COVID, and so. Yeah, he is. I know he's busy. He's got to be busy putting this thing together. Sean Dell knows, man. Tommy is a friend of ours. I'm really proud to call him a friend of mine as well. And I know that if it is 2 days before the show, I should not be expecting him to be here. But he had to move the date to April. So. However, he did talk to us about, and he talked to us on Amico All Access on Sunday, and you could check that. If you want to check out some information about what's coming up, definitely go hit OEB Pete's channel, watch the show from last Sunday. You'll get some great information. So this Saturday, we are having, he is having a special event showcasing some more Amico information. There's speculation of what he's going to show. He hasn't tipped his hand too much, but I believe we're going to see, we're definitely going to see gameplay. How much, we're not sure, but he's definitely going to show off some of the launch titles. He's going to show off some things that he hasn't shown before, maybe a little more on the hardware, but he's working on making this a really big event to kind of get the train moving a little bit. They had their press conference in August, and since then, it's been a little quiet, understandingly, because we haven't there just hasn't been a lot of news because he's moved the date. And Go Game Go, hey brother, Go Game Go, how are you? He says MLB baseball. He thinks we're gonna see it. I would love to see it. Would love to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see. I mean, I still want to see B-17 Bomber. I want to see some more. He did say that they were going to announce some more licenses. So I'm interested to see what other licenses he has. He's secured. And I'm ready. I'm ready to see more games. I'm ready.
Did they
I'm
ever
ready for it.
did they ever mention the six-packing game, or was it still a surprise?
No, he is still holding that close to the chest. So
I thought there was going to be a 7th.
Well, I think he was just playing on that. And thank you, Tim. Thank you. He said they will be showing the UI. So
Nice.
they kind of sort of showed it on the press conference, but he said that was also placeholder. It was a very old version. So they're going to be showing the new UI. So, for those of us who are, who are big Amico fans and pre-order folks, it's time. I am ready. There's going to be a new hardware video. So basically, real quick, the official Twitter says Saturday 10:10 at 10:10 a.m. Pacific, which of course is 1:10 p.m. our time. Major news: new hardware video, new game footage, contest prizes, new demo to play, and a live Q&A. So,
Nice.
yeah. So we were talking about the demo. Did you guys get a chance to play the Moon Patrol demo yet?
Yes.
Not the latest one. I didn't play the latest one.
Oh, get it, Chris.
Yeah.
You got it. It's a full level. It's not just 20 seconds anymore. It's a full level.
Okay.
Peter, what'd you think of it?
Well, I hope it plays better on the on the controller than on my phone.
I'm with you.
So
I'm with you on that. But
it
it's
looks cool.
going to.
It's yeah.
You know it's
So I
going
can't wait to yeah.
So, and I got to give it up to some guys in the chat who have been playing that demo and posting their high scores and their best. Because man, I haven't gotten to the end yet. So, but a new demo to play. So,
Interesting.
any thoughts on what you would like that demo to be?
MLB. It's not gonna be.
I don't think we're getting an MLB demo.
No.
As he would say, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. Breakout.
There you go. I'd like to see.
I don't know how well it is though. Well, maybe because your phone also has an accelerator and stuff in it. That's so you kind of could get a glimpse of what that might be on a. I don't know.
I'd like to see, and I said this on the Amico All Access show. I'd like to see it be the Missile Command game they showed, because I think that would work. That could work with a touchscreen. Like Breakout would be hard to work with a touchscreen, but I think Missile Command, you just touch where you want the missiles to go. I think that would be cool. Oh,
Astro Smash.
that seems very likely, but at the same time, that's my like crowning jewel, and it's a packing game. That's my crowning jewel of the Amico. That is the game I am looking forward to the most. I almost don't want to be ruined. You know?
What about a skiing game?
It's
a pack-in, but
yeah. Shondell says he'd like to see the Breakout demo as well because that's his favorite game.
Yeah, I like Breakout.
Love Breakout. I wouldn't mind the Breakout demo.
You know, a really good one. It's on PC. It's DX Balls. I think it's freeware.
Oh.
It's really good.
So, we don't get a chance to talk about. We haven't had a chance to talk about the Amigo games a lot. What from a standpoint of, we are sitting here with pre-orders, and I have to say, the one good thing about Tommy actually having to push the console to April is it did open up my ability to get the other two consoles that I wasn't going to even think about. Like, now all of a sudden it puts the Xbox Series X into play, and by next year, the PS5 digital. So by him moving that to the middle, I can get all three.
Right, and you
So,
can pay. So each console will have its designated time when you can really play with it, and instead of spread it across multiple consoles as well.
yes. Yes.
So
No. But in this game, I mean, I've been very, because I'm on that show and because I'm, because I get a lot of exposure to the Amico stuff, I kind of know the things that I want to see. What do you guys want to see? Is there a specific game that you saw in any of the trailers and reels that we talked about when he was on that okay, so now this is what I want to see, to kind of keep my pre-order excitement going. Tell me what you guys want to see from this on Saturday.
I don't know. I already have the games. They're going to be packing games. I really like the skiing. I like the breakout. Astro Smash and.
A breakout's not a pack-in,
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
so
Just
the medium. I don't think we're getting a port of the medium on the Amico Blue Moon. So, but Big Daddy says sports, and so,
That's a big one for me. The sports.
yeah.
I know he talked about, football. I know there's 10-yard fight.
yes,
And I know he was saying he nothing hold off to wait till NFL football starts. It would be great if they got a license with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
What about NBA? It's like 1-on-1 or 2-on-2.
and the original in television NBA was 2-on-2.
Yeah.
Was it 2-on-2 or 3-on-3? I got to go get the box. So, Pong says, or I'm sorry, Monkey Punch says super high impact. That'd be a great football game.
yeah.
Back from the Dead says more Earthworm Jim. I'm always down for more Earthworm Jim. Tim says surprise us with something we haven't seen, and
Always
so-
good. Yeah.
always good. Like, I want to see B-17 bomber. I want to see what I want to see what the team behind that has got up their sleeve. So, and I know he's not listening, and I'm not going to out him, but I know somebody who's working on it. So I'm very intrigued knowing who it is, and I'm not going to say his name, but knowing that I'm very intrigued because this person is, I mean, he's very good. What about the edutainment stuff?
The edutainment.
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
Wouldn't that be an interesting license?
Yeah.
I think I'm having a brain fart. The one from Disney, the one that we grew up with.
There's a lot we grew up with Disney.
Tron.
Tron.
Yeah.
He is still working on Tron Deadly Discs, but I don't know if there's I ask him every once in a while, and I get the same standard answer. They're still working on it, but Disney's got to give that up. So,
Well, I gave it up, and they can work a deal out.
no.
You know.
So Big Daddy says he loves EWJ. Yep. So Big Daddy, I don't know how much some of you guys who are new to our show, we don't talk Amico much. We're gonna start talking more after the first of the year when they start really, ramping up. But what do you guys know about the Amico, and is there anything we can answer for you real quick? Shondell says he'd love to see some new unknown games we haven't heard of about. Back from the Dead also says Scooby-Doo or Disney games. Yep. I know that they got the Sesame Street license, so there's a couple of Sesame Street games that were really cool back in the day that I played, like Math Fun and Word Fun, that I would love to see. Z Black says just give me Major Havoc. These guys bring games to the Switch. That's a talent. So.
Kung
What
Fu
about
Master.
yeah.
Love to see that.
Yes.
What about a pit stop game?
Oh man, I had those on the Atari computer. Pit Stop
Yeah.
and Pit Stop 2.
Yeah.
That would be
We
cool.
actually have to make a pit stop, and
Yeah. Yes. So Blue Moon says he knows nothing about the Amico, but he will learn. So the best thing I can tell you, there's two ways to learn about the Amico. One, and I'll call him out again, our Gamers Guild United brother, OEB Pete. And the link to his channel is in our description. Please make sure you go check him out. He's a great source for Amico, and like I said, I'm on his Sunday night show. And then go back, there's a couple of episodes we have where Tommy Tallarico was on our show talking about it. We had, and if you want to get a wealth of knowledge of what this thing is, it's a little bit of retro reimagined along with family-friendly entertainment. So Blue Moon, if you've got kids, and let's say, to be honest, you're not, you hate the fact that your kids play Fortnite, and you don't want them playing Call of Duty, and a lot of the Xbox and PlayStation games are too too mature for them. If you're more into like Switch and Wii and stuff like that, the Amico is like in that zone. There's some games for us old guys that grew up on the Intellivision, but he's really the company is really pushing it for families, and every game is going to be between $2.99 and $9.99. They're all going to be rated E. Jay Allard is actually involved in the company. He is they brought him on as it's one of the leadership teams. So Jay Allard is involved with this thing. There's just, and they're bringing out games like Earthworm Jim, Phineas Fox, Evel Knievel. There's a whole litany of cool things they're doing. If you go to the Intellivision website or their YouTube page, they had a press conference where they started to show some of this off. And so we're excited for it. Peter and I are Founders Edition pre-order guys, and I think Chris, you have a VIP pre-order, right?
VIP, yeah.
So and I know there's some other things in the works that I can't talk about just yet until it's official. But we may be able to do some coverage of it beyond what we know and what we see. So more on that if it develops. But it really is it's a console that I know for me, because of the old games I grew up with, and they're getting reimagined, like Breakout and Asteroids, and on the Intellivision, Astro Smash and Space Battle and things like that. But then they're bringing a lot of family-friendly new stuff to it as well. So I'm intrigued for Saturday, and I think he's going to bring it big because, again, this is a special date for him. And I know we're going to be there. I'm going to try to be with Pete's doing a live react show, and I'm thinking about doing that with him, and then next Thursday we'll go over the whole show and what we thought. So I'm excited for it myself, and we will see.
Yeah.
So
you'll see indeed.
Yes. So last thing I wanted to talk about real quick. I did not mean to glance over it. And we'll take a couple of minutes. So going back to the PS5 and Xbox Series X, people are starting to get their hands on it, and we're starting to see some of the use of it. So a bunch of media places got Series X. A couple of YouTubers in Japan got to play on the PS5, and we started to get some glimpses of load times and what those are going to look like. Now, again, because I don't want to pilfer a video that someone else made. I want to, that's not right without, without permission. I can tell you what we got from companies on the load times of Xbox games that right now are really. Actually, I think I have a video. Let me see if I have it. I thought I did. I thought I downloaded this stuff. I really am having a hell of a day today, guys. Let me see if this is it. I grabbed an Xbox Series S video on load time, and I've got a picture as well of some of the games that were listed. Hey, Monkey Punch. See, just watched it. Asteroids took his money. I'm telling you. This is. Oh, here it is. Here's the video. So they were showing off some load times of, for example, oops. Let me get rid of the image. Of Outer Worlds, for example. So here's the S. Now, while this is showing, on the PlayStation side, there was a guy that was playing Godfall, right? And he was able to load into the game in like a minute, and then when he died, he was back in the game in like 10 seconds. It was really impressive. Nice. But here you're seeing, I think this is Outer Worlds, and let's go back to that timing here. Yeah, cartridges that went in with no load. Exactly. I remember tape, Big Daddy. I had on my Atari. I used to play. I had states and capitals, and I learned German and Spanish, and it took like 45 minutes for the game to load, for those things to load.
Press play on tape.
Yep, and it had to load side 1 and then load side 2. So this is the Outer Worlds running on the Xbox One S and Series S. So on the Series S, the game loads up in a meager. It's almost done. And 11 seconds. The Xbox One S, and I can attest to this. This loading was pretty slow, so 53 seconds. So that is pretty. That's a pretty big difference. Now that's just on the Series S. So let me go back and try to find this image. I wish I had it. I wish I had something on Godfall, because that was very impressive too. It was the only thing that showed load time, because the guy was playing it. Pretty much by itself. He was also showing off, by the way, here it is. He was also showing off the controller and some of the movement that you can make in the Astrobot, and blowing into the controller to spin the fan. It was actually, I know it was cheesy. The guy's reaction was pretty cheesy, but I can see it being pretty cool. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit without it not looking bad. Oops. So this is from The Verge. All credit to The Verge. Let's see, scaled, stretched to bounds. Cool. So they tested a number of games on both the Xbox Series X and the Xbox One X. And this is what they found. Now, some games were not a terrible difference. COD Warzone loaded up 16 seconds on the Series X, 21 seconds on the Xbox One X. You're not going to really find a lot of difference there. But let's take Sea of Thieves. Yeah. 20 seconds on the Xbox Series S.
Wow.
X and a minute 21 on the One X, and I think you and I, Peter and Chris, can vouch for the load time on Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. Yes.
That is a long ass load time. So look at No Man's Sky too. 1:21 on Xbox Series X, 2 minutes 13. That's almost a whole minute longer.
And these games are not optimized for any of
that's
it.
what I was
It's
gonna say.
No, this is just brute
raw,
force.
you know.
Yeah.
This is just brute SSD. And I think this goes to show this to me sells the SSD on both consoles more than anything else sells me on the consoles. You guys know that I've always talked about, I get it, ray tracing is cool. 120 hertz is cool, but I don't have a 120 hertz TV, so I'm not going to get 120 frames per second on my games. Ray tracing, okay, if I stop and look at Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and then look at the reflection, cool. But that stuff, I mean, to me, graphics have plateaued in many ways. So this to me, and quick resume on multiple games, those things to me,
But you know what's going to be funny? So you think like, oh, Sea of Thieves, 20 seconds. You know how fast that is after you played it a few times? It feels slow.
Yeah, but it's faster than
crying,
21.
get so used to 20
We're
seconds.
getting used to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So the Blue Moon says it's the spawn in that he can't wait to see the real difference.
Yes.
Imagine playing a multiplayer game and spawning back in. I think Gears 5, doesn't it have a slight load for the spawn? I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah.
This is just brute force. This is just brute SSD, just straight up speed. And on
the PS5, it's gonna be impressive too.
Yeah.
It says I can do a lot in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So.
Some people don't even last 20 seconds.
Ooh. Oh, damn.
Yeah, wow. With all these loading speeds, I can't even go to the restroom and get a snack and drink.
I can't. I can't go get
I
a
have to
snack.
pause the game now.
Right. So, I mean, this is impressive. And this doesn't even talk about the backward compatibility stuff. We could talk about that next week. Talk about some of the backward compatibility things. And some of the things coming on there, because we haven't even, and this is where it's kind of tough, because we're talking about old games. Unfortunately, we don't have any new games to talk about, which is kind of sad. It is kind of sad.
Need to see some new stuff.
I give Sony credit. At least they're showing Godfall.
Yes.
But we haven't.
But that's
seen...
still impressive with like Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Outer Worlds, that wasn't that long
That's
ago.
almost 50%.
Yeah.
Destiny 2 is that's a whole minute. That's a whole minute. That's over a minute there. 43 seconds to a minute 52. I mean, that's a minute that you're not sitting there.
Yeah.
It's pretty slick. Let me see if I can find real quick if somebody had at least talked about the Godfall load time. Yeah, here we go. So, one of the Japanese media released gameplay of Godfall, but one particular outlet showed the loading screen jump to the game. It takes as little as 7 seconds. Let me pause this.
Later, Pong.
Pong, have a great night. Have a great night, brother. Thank you for hanging out. We're just about done ourselves. Don't worry. What's next for Rockstar? GTA 6? Not as long as GTA 5 keeps selling.
Yeah.
This is another console that they could sell this to. You know what? I'm going to show this since it's on Twitter. Hang on. Just so you guys see it. So, finally, we have a taste of loading times with PS5. It takes as little as 7 seconds to load. So, let's see this. Oh. Taco Bell. All right, here we go. All right, so that's in game. Hold on, I'm gonna back that up. All right, you see the little loading thing, and he's in game. Tell me that's not impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, and this is a game that's optimized for the PS5, so you know this is using, their I/O. Now, Microsoft's got their Velocity architecture, and we have yet to see what that does. But I mean, 7 seconds to get into a game. That to me is what a game changer is. That's what gets me excited for next gen is that load time, getting rid of those load times, and seeing what truly, everybody keeps talking about no loading screens. So I want to see what that's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. So there you go. 7 seconds. Let me see if I think there's a place where he died. Hang on. And by the way, just as it stands, this is Godfall, by the way. So if you wanted to know what Godfall looks like, which is going to be a launch title for the PS5, here it is. So, to me, very beautiful looking. Mm-hmm. I think that it is. I don't know that it's 60 frames per second. I think it's 30 with motion blur. It certainly doesn't look 60 here, or at least it's not hitting it, even if it's targeting it. However, look at those effects. The game is gorgeous. So, and I'm all about the hack and slash.
Yeah, I did enjoy when OEB Pete did kind of a review on this, and yeah, it's got my interest.
Yeah. I like these kind of, I like these kind of, seems mindless. I'm not sure if we don't know as much about the story. I don't know if this looks kind of linear, and to be honest with you, I'm down with linear. I'm sort of getting, me, I'm not as open world. I'm a bit open worlded out. I went through Ghost of Tsushima because Ghost of Tsushima was just a phenomenal game. And I could fast travel, but yeah, this looks like
it's kind of like a hack and slash Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it looks like a different style of Warhammer, of our Warhammer Vermintide that we were playing.
Oh yeah.
This doesn't look Dark Souls-ish to me, which is perfectly fine because I hate that. But yeah.
Have they showed any boss battles in this yet?
I think he's gonna die soon.
Yeah, he's gonna die, and so we get to see how fast he gets back into the game. Yeah, you see his health bar is.
Oh, he's still. No.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You're a man.
By the way, I'm gonna buy this soap because I see enough ads on this. I want to know what Dr. Squatch soap look is like. So. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Here's the boss
full
battle.
health.
Yeah. No, but I'll fast forward a little bit. He gets his butt kicked here. This guy is not the fleetest of.
Okay, here we go. Damn.
Oh, nice. This guy's he's not. Oh, that's not really a boss. All right. Let's see.
Might have been bossy, but.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
It's tough enough. Though.
There we go. All right.
Okay.
He dies.
He died.
Boom. How fast? Holy crap. Hold on. Let me do that again.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. That is like 2 seconds and he's back in the game. 1,000, 2,000. He's back in the game. See, that I'm especially as
Yeah,
much
I
as
mean,
I
that's-
die in these games.
Yeah. So you can
know?
die quicker and more in the same amount of time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That to me is a game changer.
it is. Yeah,
So
that's what over time they start showing more of this, and that's what I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like you were talking about, I have a 4K TV too, but 120 hertz, but not the 2.1 and all that. So I'm not going to get the 120 frames, but I would be happy with 60.
Solid
Yes.
60? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So can't complain.
No.
Not going to go buy a TV just to get the 120, which not every game is going to be 120.
Man, you're not hardcore. Boo.
Not that hardcore. Well, I got to be nice because I haven't done 4K in the living room yet, so
There you go.
the next
see?
TV would be for the living room 4K.
We have to remember
I'm not even on 4K yet, so
my Walmart TV.
Yeah,
set my
yeah.
monitor. So.
But you know what? I'll take the solid 62.
Yeah.
Somebody who I forgot who one of my friends on Twitter said, "Well, you got to get a new TV." I'm like, my wife just bought me that TV for my birthday last year. That ship is not leaving port. that dog isn't hunting at all. So I am, but honestly, I'm overtly happy.
Oh yeah.
I'm still
Well, you
happy.
think it's like
with
how many games have we really, at least on console experience, where it's like a solid 60? They're not and 4K.
It's not been a lot.
Yeah.
Not been a lot. I mean, you typically have to pick between performance or graphical modes. So
No. Now, could you? And I don't know that I've seen it yet. If they're gonna enhance like Forza Horizon 4. I mean, we had to pick between 4K 30 and 1080p 60. I mean, seriously, imagine. Oh, change your shampoo. Change your shampoo, everybody.
oh.
Yeah, like
Dish soap.
Punk, so
Hey,
he's-
but with dish soap, what happens when you find like birds all like in oil and stuff? They use dish soap, so it's
That's
good for
right.
something.
Exactly. They use a palm olive. But going back to this, I mean, imagine if we don't have to settle for 4K 30 on Forza Horizon anymore.
Yeah, that will be very nice.
Yeah.
Be happy with that.
So there you go. I mean, to me, that is huge. I mean, that's to me what I want. I want to see what affects gameplay, and that affects gameplay. That affects
Just immersion, so you don't get
Yes.
you don't have to.
I want to see what. I think the game that I really want to see that come alive in is Ratchet and Clank. Because they're they talk about that and we have it in our opening video. They talk about the going between worlds, right? Mm-hmm. And if they could do that and not a minute of loading time, that's insane.
even in Spider-Man or Miles Morales, you know how when you go into the cutscenes and they come out, there's a little bit of loading in there on PS4.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to see that, Yeah, I'm excited for the next gen. I'm ready. I mean, even though I got a PC and my PC is pretty good, but I still like my console game. I like my console gaming, and I could do both. I like it's all complement my gaming. Later on down the road, maybe sometime next year we'll see. Maybe I won't wait too long for the PS5, and I'll take off those covers and customize them myself.
Yeah.
I think that opens up, man. I didn't realize that you could pop that case off like that. I seriously, that somebody's got to come up with that, even if it's unofficial, but they make it but they make. I mean, the things you could do to customize your PS5, you know, that even if it's just on one side, you know, that could be really cool, especially if you, if you are putting it horizontally, you know.
Yeah.
Pong So and earlier he was saying that he's going from the OG Xbox One to Series X. I believe Series X. That's a big leap for him.
That is a big leap.
Yeah.
And Pong So, are you also upgrading your TV also? You know.
Hey, it says he's upgrading everything.
Everything. So
yeah, I will. I think we could all tell you that going from. I mean, I can tell you from the 4K, going from the VCR Xbox and 1080p up to the One X is a huge leap. So the Series X, yeah, that's gonna be insane. So, yeah, vinyl wrap like a car. Yep, I mean I can see that too.
Yeah.
But and I think he said earlier.
Too, you know.
Yep, I think he said earlier that you could paint it if you want to. So, you know, the possibilities are endless.
It's a white canvas. So.
It is. Mm-hmm. So, Pong says early Christmas. There you go. So, all right, it is 11:45, and I think it's time. I think we covered everything for the night.
Yeah, that's a lot. We did a lot. I mean, the chat was great.
Chat was hopping tonight.
We did a lot,
man.
and we're still getting out here a little bit earlier than normal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got to hand it to, and some of the folks who have hung out, because I know it's late, you know, on the East Coast. You know,
see the late or very early.
You're right, depending on where you are.
Yeah.
So, but you know, as always, we want to thank you guys in the chat, and some of you guys that we haven't seen before, Blue Moon and Big Daddy, Scott P. I hope you guys come back. You know, Pong Soul has been here a couple weeks now. And you guys coming back, I always watch the chat to see what you know, what goes on in there, and we just continue to grow the chat room with gamers and with good people that want to be part of the show and give their opinions. And you know, we always say it, as long as you stay respectful, which everybody was, as long as you're, you know, having a good time, the chat room is, I mean, to me, some of the best out there. So I thank you. We thank you. You help us make this show what it is. So
yeah. Welcome to the family, everybody. Appreciate it.
And I'll ask outright if you guys, you know, good health. We did have a smaller panel, and more on that. You know, more on that. Thank you. This is one of the most positive and chill podcasts with intelligent conversation. This is fantastic. Pong, thank you so much. That's exactly what we're trying to be.
Thank you, Pong.
You know, we want to cover everything. We want to talk about everything. Thankfully, you know, candidly, Sony put out some information tonight, so we were chomping at the bit to talk about it. And you know, and the more Sony puts out, the more we get to talk about. The more Microsoft puts out, the more we get to talk about it. If Nintendo would hurry up and do something, you know, we could talk about them too. So, you know, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when we're coming on again. Hit the like button if you haven't already. That really does help us. Tell a friend, you know, tell them about us and help us grow. And I want to give a quick. Go ahead, Chris.
No, just real quick. Give us some feedback in the chat. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Leave us a comment if you're, you know, something you want to see, something you like, something you don't. You know, constructive criticism always helps us too. Trust me.
Exactly.
So, and we want to thank our, you know, we want to shout out our Gamers United Guild. If you like this show, there are a bunch of other shows that go on throughout the week that are fantastic. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, OEB Pete has PM in the PM with him and Michael Garvey. And that's such an entertaining show.
Oh, my God. I love those two.
Better and better every week.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. every once in a Saturday, Fastback here, Chris and Indie Gamer and Super Cooper get together for an indie show. We'll let you know when the next time that is up. On Sunday night, it is TXR, which is one of the best Xbox podcasts out there, with Invader Gaming and Tim Dog and let me make sure I get everybody. It's Megatron and Shockley and Downer, Centurion. Just an outstanding show. Right before that, by the way, from 8 to 9 is Amico All Access with Pete and me and a bunch of Amico guys. If you want to know more about the Amico, check that out. On Tuesday in the afternoon is Four Guys with Quarters. And without giving anything away, Carlo said he's got some unbelievable guests lined up. In fact, and we'll retweet it ourselves. He is tomorrow, actually, at 5:00, interviewing from Lion's Head Entertainment, Crispotron, who's a composer, sound designer, and audio director for Lions Head Studios. So
yes.
And he's back on Tuesday. They're back on Tuesday at 5. Tuesday night is Retro Renegades. Hide your kids, hide your wife, grab a beer. Funniest show on YouTube. Trust me. But you can't watch it around your kids. So, and then us back on Thursday night, next Thursday night. Infinite, thank you so much. Can't wait to see what you guys have for us next week. Well, it's all going to depend on what's out there. I might be working on another retro segment, too. We're going to figure out how to roll our segments going forward. Yeah.
Also, BG4G, they did, I think, updating their website. So keep an eye out for that. And plus, on Twitter, they're always doing, up-to-date articles on the latest gaming news. So, great bunch of guys.
Absolutely.
And I also want to give a quick shout out to Stubbs. He's got a podcast that he's been doing. I think that was yesterday. So I think he does Wednesdays, maybe about 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yep, and he does one on Saturdays.
Saturday for his. So yeah, cool. A bunch of cool guys there.
Yeah, very much so. And this is what it's all about: being positive, talking about games, and having a good time. And the Gamers United Guild is that place for you. So if you like what we do, you're gonna love everybody else too. And all their links are all in the description. So please support them as well. So, all right. Anything else that we got to go through, Peter? Anything else?
No.
All right.
That's it.
No, I'm ready for the weekend. Ready to do some gaming.
That's a wrap.
Stay tuned. I'm gonna do some indie demos Saturday. So.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. And our closing video for some reason is corrupt, so I'm just gonna play the opening video again.
All right.
But everybody have a great weekend. Make it a gaming weekend, and play on, gamers.
Come on.